Hi guys, welcome back. It's Devin with Warm Your Buns, and I'm gonna teach you how to do a basic granny square. It's actually a lot simpler than what people think. There are 3 prerequisites to this. First, you have to know how many corners a square has, and you have to have the ability to count to 3. If you have both of those abilities, you too can make a granny square. Materials you're going to need a 5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, a pair of scissors, and of course some worsted weight yarn. Alright, to start this, take your yarn and make you a slip knot any way you want to. Okay. And then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, slip stitch into this very first stitch that you did. And now we've created ourselves a circle, a little hole. We're going to be working into this hole, not this right here, this circle. So we're going to chain 2. Chain 2 does not count as a stitch. All right, and we're going to put 3 double crochets into this hole, circle. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, and do another set of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now do another chain 2. These are your corners. The chain 2s will be your corners. Another set of 3. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and we're going to do one final set of 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. Chain 2 for your last corner and slip stitch into this first stitch, the first double crochet we did. And there we have our first, first round. And if you crocheted over your tail and pull it tight, you can go ahead and snip it. So there is our first round. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of chain 3s. And we have 4 corners, which are chain 2s. So round 2, chain 2, and turn your work. Now we're going to be working into this first corner here with a set of 3 double crochets. Chain 2, and another set of 3 double crochets in the same corner. So we've now created a corner. We have 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Now we're going to chain 1 to get over to the other corner. We're going to do the exact same thing. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. All right, so we've created yet again another corner. Now to get to this corner, we're going to chain 1 and do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Then we'll chain 1 to get to this corner and do a final 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and meet me back here. All right, welcome back. We've done 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1 to get to the other corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and our 3 double crochets in our last corner. Now to get back over here to finish, we're going to chain 1 and slip stitch into the first stitch here. Now if it's easier for you to see that stitch, you can place a stitch marker in there. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. Now into this, so now we have corner, space, corner, space, corner, space, corner. Make sure you have your 4 corners, and then we'll have our spaces. These spaces will increase as it gets bigger. So in our first space, we're going to 3 double crochets. And as I was saying, if you can't see this stitch, you can go ahead and take a stitch marker, place it there, so when you come to the end, you know where you're going to be slip stitching into. 2 and 3. Now to get to the corner, we're going to chain 1, and in the corner, we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, just like the previous round. All right, we've made ourselves a corner. Now to get to this space, we're going to chain 1. And we're going to put 3 double crochets into here. Now when we're working into these spaces in the corners, we're not working into the chain 1s or the chain 2s. We're just working around the chain. I'm just going right into the hole, yarn over, and bring up a loop. We're not doing anything with the chains. It's just to make space. All right, to get over to this next corner, chain 1 and do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. All right, once you've completed that corner, go ahead and chain 1 to get to our space. Add 3 double crochets to that space. And then you're just going to repeat what we've been doing. Chain 1 to get to the next corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Then we're going to do chain 1 to get here, 3 double crochets into here, and then do another corner, and I'll meet you at the end. All right, here we are at our last corner. We've did 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then our last corner here. And we're going to again chain 1 to get to fill this gap and slip stitch into the first double crochet that we did. And now each round after this one is basically the same. Always start with a chain 2 and turn. Each space here gets 3 double crochets, and each corner gets 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So you're just gonna work your granny square. Oh no. All right, so we're just gonna work our granny square in the same fashion we've been doing until either it's big enough to where you want it, or you can make a bunch of little granny squares and then join them all together to make a pattern, or just if you're just trying to use a yarn with a bunch of random colored granny squares, and you could sew them all together at the end. But this is just the gist of how you do a granny square. Just remember, you gotta count to 3. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain. And then you gotta remember, in a corner, you gotta put another corner. You gotta remember to replace your corners. I hope this helps. If anybody has any questions, please let me know down below and I'll try and answer them. Happy crocheting!